All right, hi, Glenn Pash, back with another episode of the PCG Podcast here at DMSC. Jared Kilway, Casa Auto Group, longtime friend, long time. So I want to start out and ask you a question. So you've been a big advocate and supporter of our conferences, DMSC. Why do you come to DMSC? I know you go to other conferences, but why do you make sure you're coming to DMSC each year?
So DMSC and it was the AAS, now it's the MRC.
Right.
I attend them every year because it's the kickoff into going into the second quarter and then the final year closeout and start prepping for the next year. The timing of the conferences is perfect.
Right.
Give you the ability to hit the reset button, go into the back half of the year, make some tweaks, make some adjustments, and start planning for what you're going to do to either better or increase and grow. What's the opportunity at the store is.
So one of the things I've heard at this conference this year is the level of the content too. It's a little different. People say this is not intimidating, but it's definitely not content that's spoken about in depth or is hands-on. What's your thought about that?
No, and the content is there. It's definitely high level content. Can be a little bit overwhelming. You kind of leave here sometimes with a little bit of mush in your brain of trying to figure out left and right, but it really goes and challenges you both mentally and from awareness of what you're doing, and really kind of takes you down a couple of notches, realize, yeah, I'm doing a lot of things really good, but there's still opportunity.
Right, and I think that's also because you're meeting like-minded other people who are marketers or dealers who are trying to figure it out. So the collaboration in the community is also there.
Yeah, it's not just like the panels and the speakers and the different sessions, but it's the networking and learning other people's ideas that are working with them and find out what actually they did different and to solve this problem that you may have the problem now and you can borrow from the people that you meet and network with.
Right. All right, so let's pivot a little bit, talk about you're new to the Casa Auto Group out in Texas, and I'm very excited because I think you're going to have a great impact there. So you've been there for a few months. You're just getting your feet wet, getting to understand the group. What's one of the things that you're excited to market about the group, right? Vehicles aside, what's the thing that attracted you to Casa? And more importantly, what are you starting to see that says, that's going to be fun to advertise?
Yeah, the group is amazing. And, it was a situation when I became a free agent and was looking, talking to them, meeting them, and learning about their family and their background, their beliefs, and their passion for taking care of the consumer and taking care of the community. So it's great community involvement. Many people in the market know who they are from the community side. But now it's being able to market, grow, and evolve whom they are as people into their marketing and messaging. Not just a video of them talking about 2.9%, but really how they're doing business different to align with their vision and who they are as a family, and aligning all of those things together. I talked about it yesterday on our panel, but the one thing is simple is take-home test drive.
Right.
They want that consumer to feel comfortable. They want them to have a stress-free experience. And it sounds goofy, but that's exactly what you're doing. You're letting them go drive the car.
See, it's funny that I get the insurance aspect of it, but to have somebody take it home, to be able to put it in their garage or in their driveway to say, does this even really fit? I also think there's a whole attitude of your neighbors going, "Oh, what's that? What did you get?" That sort of reinforces your choice to say, "Oh, this is a cool car," or "This is a great car," or people get beyond just the 5-minute loop that everyone does. It's, how do I feel in this car 15, 20 minutes after driving, or a half an hour? I think that's important. I really like that idea.
Yeah, it's just being able to tell that story through things of that, and working through, the Casa Express purchase, which I've done in previous, working through that of explaining the process. So really aligning whom they are as people and involvement in the community, implementing those to the actual strategy and marketing those strategies to their already existing customers, but also new customers, and really bringing it home.
Great. One last thing. What's one thing that you are really laser focused on in terms of marketing to, you just talked about the family, but from a tactical standpoint, be it customer retention or it's, vehicle advertising or optimizing the website or even content? What's one thing you're going, this is what I need to get done in 2024?
Well, it's not just one thing. There's lots of things we have to get done. And it starts with setting the KPIs of the focus and being able to measure the output of tweaking, adjusting campaigns, adjusting spend, reviewing vendors. It's the ability to sit there and measure this so everybody across the board has a clear understanding of how it's being measured. And then from there...
And what should you measure? Because as you were saying, and you've heard at this conference, is there's so many things that you can measure. But do you really need to measure everything? Or what are the first few things we need to... I think it was Colleen Harris from Ancir was saying that idea, which I like, is that the camel hump, where it's like this first trek, you're trying to figure it all out, but you don't need to do everything. And then all of a sudden momentum starts because you're managing the few most important. We might get to some of them later, but let's not try to do everything in the beginning. Let's get going.
Correct. And that's exactly where I've already started here with making some adjustments at the group. And we're just going to consistently grow it from here.
Great. Well, listen, man, I appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the new gig. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.